Good morning, everyone. This is StockCast, your pre-market show. Today is April the 14th. My name is James Mason. With me is Todd Derby. Todd, how you doing this morning?
I'm doing good. Thank you very much. How was your welcome back from Russia? How was your trip?
Oh, man. You know, I'd visit Russia. I had an ex-girlfriend who was Russian, so that's a no-go. Forget those people. Anyways. All right, moving on.
You want to cut the commercial break?
Yeah. Cut, take two. So yeah. Now we went to South Carolina for Ilana's birthday party, my daughter, and it was pretty good. So it was actually nice to kind of take it a step back from the stock market. I mean, and literally I was not engaged at all. So it was a nice break. I'm not gonna lie.
So it's interesting because the week before I was traveling, and you don't realize the luxuries we have in life, and you can't get into the internet, like just how much you don't have access to stuff, and how much you depend on that. Mm-hmm. So it's it does force you to slow down a little bit.
Yeah, well, like that first day, I mean, we made that attempt to try to go live and do a StockCast, and I was at an Airbnb, and their internet wouldn't support it. I mean, I was doing everything to rig up a connection. I was plugging HDMI cables into their TVs just to turn them into extra monitors. I mean, yeah, it was just a hassle, and it just made me realize like how dependent I am on my trading system with all my monitors and everything. Like, I absolutely have to be here to stay on top of it, to be honest.
Yep, I feel the same way. Well, we didn't miss much while you're gone, and just like today, the market is slow.
Nope. So, with that being said, let's see. The Dow futures are currently up 18 points. S&P 500 up 5.25 points. Again, it's going to be slow, everyone. Coming into spring, summertime, people, all the the big money people, man, they're on vacation. They're just they're taking their money and they're enjoying it, and they're hanging out in the Hamptons while we're hanging out in our underwear, and that's just the way it is. So volume starts slowing down this time of year, which sucks, and it probably won't pick back up until about August, September. So this will be one of those seasonal things to where it's just going to be slim pickings for everyone, which also means that when you're in profit, you have to start taking those profits a lot sooner. Now, you can let things play out if there's like a catalyst in play here now, and let certain trades do their thing, make their run. But again, keep moving them stop losses up, because you never know when it's going to pull back. As you can probably already tell over the last few weeks, any pre-market runner has usually pulled back drastically, with most of them erasing everything that they created in their bullish run-up. So protect your positions, guys. Don't try to shoot for the moon unless if it's in ticker POAI. Just kidding. Today, on April the 14th, we have the Coinbase IPO. I'm sure people are going to ask me about the IPO and my opinions on it, but I'll be the first to tell you that I suck at trading IPOs. So anytime I've traded an IPO on the day of its release, I've always lost. I'm not going to lie. It's always done the opposite of what I tried to accomplish.
Well, how do you feel about Coinbase today?
Well, I was going to actually say short it, so
I'm going to go long then.
Yeah. Hey, seriously. Reason why I was going to say that I would short it is because, I mean, lately all these like big name IPOs, they'll open up and they'll make their quick little bullish run up, and then they just lose control and it just starts selling off. So we'll have to see. I'm pretty sure their ticker symbol is going to be coin, COIN. And if that's something you're interested in, you can take a look at it. But what I like to do is I'll let it do whatever, and I'll let it sell off for days, weeks, months, whatever it may be. And once I kind of get some data, going on, and again, this might be 2 to 3 months worth of data, I'll wait for it to sell off, and then the next thing I'm looking for is to break those daily highs, and that's when I usually make an entry. But again, I have to see like 2 to 3 months of data before I even attempt to do that. So other than that, the ticker that I have to look at today is ticker UTSI. Let's pull it up on the charts.
It's one of our few pre-market runners that's got any volume to it.
Yes. So right now, I don't see a catalyst, any news out there for this. But as you can see, looking at the chart, this thing made a nice after-hours run yesterday and pushed up here to about 219 pre-market today. So what I'm going to look for in the future is that break above 219. So I'm going to look for an entry around 220. And my stop loss will be 189. With the overall target price, again, overall target price, 492. Now, for that overall target price to really stand a chance, everything has to line up with a catalyst, news release, things like that, and the timing for when they actually make this push. So that is what I'm looking for here. Is it going to be a day trade, swing trade? To be honest with you, I don't know. I take opportunity when I have opportunities. So if it becomes a day trade and I'm profitable, I'm happy with that. If it only goes up to $3, I'm happy with that. That's an 80-cent per share move. So I can't complain there. But if there was a catalyst that backed this thing at the right timing as it broke above 220, it potentially could go up and test this 492 range. And this is ticker UTSI. The last update for short interest was 138,000 shares. So pretty much nothing there. The share structure overall, outstanding shares, 35.6 million. The float, 11.7 million. So this is a nice low float, and we potentially could pull off a point or so of profit, just depending. So anything, if this does set up, anything above $3 will be my profit zone, to where I'll start looking to lock in profits from $3 all the way up to $4.92. So that is what I'm looking for in ticker UTSI. Let's see what we got going on in the comments. Good morning, everyone.
Lord asked a good question about the slowdown in the market. That might be a good conversation to have. We talk about why is the slowdown, what's happening on, and one of the thoughts is, are people switching over to crypto? And this last stimulus money, we thought there was going to be a big push into equities into the stock market. And I talked to a ton of people that know nothing about investing, know nothing about trading, and they're putting money in crypto. They're putting money in Ethereum, Bitcoin, and right now it is hot and it's growing up. It's in the news. It's becoming more commonplace. Businesses are talking about using it as part of their platform where you can buy. They'll take transactions, and so people who've taken their stimulus money and put a few $100s in there, and they're seeing a positive return, better than a bank return, better than their day trading experience on their own. So I think there could very well be more going on here than in the crypto market than we realize.
Absolutely. And I mean, crypto is something, I mean, I've traded crypto before, but I've never cared to really kind of jump into that world of trading, since equities and options are really my thing. For me, it's just a lot easier to understand this, since, these are established companies for the most part, at least. But the thing that scares me about crypto is literally how everyone and their mom jumps on the crypto wagon and everybody's trying to trade it, which is good, when everybody's throwing their money in on a certain crypto and it's making it bullish and it's pushing it up and you're already in it. But I think I might have told you this story, Todd. When I was literally, and this is a little personal, but no big deal. We're all adults here, or you should be at least. But now, when I was getting my vasectomy, and when my doctor, what, Todd? What? Are we not supposed to be honest here? Is this not a safety circle? Like,
it's just you and I, James. Go ahead. I'm right here for you. Yep.
So, literally, the doctor, as he's staring down the shaft. He's talking to me about trading and talking to me about crypto and trading crypto, and he's asking me about it. And I was like, I really don't know about it. I said I can trade it, but it's just not really my thing. And literally at that point, I was just like, man, this is why I don't trade it. Because if I'm in the middle of getting a vasectomy right now and my doctor is talking to me about trading it, this market is screwed up. I'm just saying. Yeah.
There's a lot of experts in the crypto market out there because they've taken a few dollars and they've doubled their money over time. And so they are experts in the crypto market. Yes.
And with it just being hot, it just brings out so many more scammers. And it just makes the entire ecosystem either cringeworthy or hard to really manage and deal with.
Yeah. Let's talk about POAI is on everyone's list here. Asked about. Let's just review them and bring them back up to speed and give them the same message we've been giving them over and over.
All right. So I am extremely heavy in this ticker. This is POAI, Predictive Oncology. They have a ton of catalysts in the works. And to be honest with you, I don't care which catalyst makes this thing pop. There are still roughly around 3 million shares that need to be covered. They have been kind of letting up off it lately, but not enough to actually make a difference. And they're, the hedge funds letting up off their short position here. But this thing on the daily chart, if you look at it long term, man, it is squeezed. The share structure. Let's see. The share structure, the shares outstanding, 48.8 million. The float, 45 million. We'll just round it up. So a low float. This thing has legitimate catalysts in the pipeline. And excuse me, it is, there's nothing else to really say about it. It's prime. We are, in my opinion, we are in the trading zone. We're just waiting for that catalyst to happen. With it being in this low $1 range, which is literally where, I made my entry, I went ahead and pulled my stop. I'm not worried about it. If this thing would tank, and let's just say go down here to 70 cents, whatever, yeah, I would scale in more. But if someone absolutely needed a stop loss, 103 would probably be around that range. If it did break below 103, it could test this 60, 70 cent range. Again, this is why you don't go all in with your account. You'll never know when you might need some capital to average in, average out. But we're just waiting for news, waiting for catalysts. So nothing has changed with this. It's going sideways at the moment. And I'm kind of expecting it to honestly play out just like APOP. So before I click over to APOP real quick, for ticker POAI, my target price range is between $4 and $6. That is my range. Now, again, this thing could shoot up to $3 and fizzle out. You just never know. So set those alerts, and when those alerts start going off, be on top of it. Be ready to keep moving that stop loss up. And just remember that if you're trying to use stop losses in the pre-market or after hours, they don't work. It's just the way the entire system is set up. To honestly screw you guys, or not screw you guys, screw all of us in the trading world. And well, that's just the way it is. I mean, there's no other way to explain it. So yeah, if you start seeing your alerts going off like pre-market or after hours, stay on top of it. If you're at work and if you can't sit there and watch it and you have nice profit already, it might be best to just go ahead and lock in profits. There's nothing wrong with that. Now, if it's during the open market, you can move your stop loss up or put a trailing stop loss in and just let it do its magic. So we're really just waiting for POAI to release some form of catalyst. There's so many that they have going on, and I personally don't care what catalyst they release. I'm here to make money. I'm not an investor. Truth be told, I don't care what they're doing. I just care about making money, and I'm here to make money in their stock. And they can release that they're going out of business for all I care. And if it makes it pop up, hey, cool. That's all I want. Want to do is make money. So I'm kind of expecting it to do like how APOP did for all of us, where it was making this little push up and then it was pulling back. It was kind of dancing around, screwing with everyone's emotions and going sideways, and then bam, out of nowhere, it just shoots up, and then it actually runs up to 880, for that high. Honestly, this setup right here is probably how POAI is going to turn out. It's going to gap up off of just whatever freaking news. The news really ain't going to matter, to be honest. And you just have to be ready to take profits.
So I think it's important to reinforce the message of when we're talking about some of the bio stocks and some of the tickers that we're looking at, we're waiting for, I think I've got like 10 or 11 right now going. They're all waiting for catalyst.
Mm-hmm.
And what is the target price? Well, it really depends on how strong the news is, how the FDA cooperates, what time of day it's released. Is it released in pre-market? At what time in the pre-market? After hours? Regular hours? They all play a factor. What else is going on in the marketplace? People have dry money available to chase something, or have they just gotten burned with another IPO or another runner for the day? So, but we are looking for catalysts, and sometimes the catalysts are fluff PR newses, and they're trying to raise quick money. And you have to understand that we're going to sell into the pop. We're going to sell into whatever their news is, but we're literally waiting on it, and we'll be red in our ticker for 1 day, 5 days, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and then boom, at 5:15 when you just walked out the door to go to dinner, it's going to make a $3-4 run, and you have to be somehow prepared for that if you're going to be a trader in this market.
Absolutely. I mean, if you're sitting in something important going in the middle of the week, hey, you might have to jump up and handle business. I mean, if you care about making money. Like, don't get me wrong. If I was in the middle of Ilana's birthday party, my little daughter's birthday party, hey, I gotta make money. That's the way I see it.
So one of the questions today is about thoughts on FPIO and ATXI, and that was two tickers that I had brought to the table and we shared with the group. They were supposed to announce on Monday the 12th their FDA news. As of this morning, they have not released the FDA news. The only thing I saw was a report where they're reviewing the labeling for this drug, and then they did an offering, but they filed for an offering. We saw that. So, but because of how they've handled it, it's hurt the price of the stock. I believe that they're still going to get approved because of the FDA. And I'm out, except for I think I've got 50 shares in my Roth IRA, which I left in there. I have a good price, and And I did that because they have, if you listen to their webcast on Monday from their CEO, he talked about their business model, and they partner with a lot of companies, and they have a lot of projects in the pipeline. So all they need is 2 or 3 of these to take off, and this could be a $10, $12, $15 stock. But I think it's going to take time. And the other shares I had were my day trading money, and where I'm in a position, I'm out of position, and that's my bankroll to make money from day trading. So that money I got all out of. And I got out Monday evening, shortly after listening to the start of the webcast. And to be honest, I was unimpressed by the CEO. I was unimpressed in how they handled the FDA news. And I was just really, he didn't do anything for me. And I was in green. And I watched the ticker all day, and it bounced back. So I ended up taking my profits. And I'm glad I did, because it was like literally 10 minutes later when they released the filing information, and the stock actually, both of them did a big dip. But 2 important thoughts here. One, this is one of those examples of taking profits and locking in profits. And then 2, we were literally waiting for the news. And in this case, the news didn't come, and it hurt the price. So you've got to be prepared to act in this market.
Yeah. And so when we're talking about these bio companies, and really the only way they're going to make any move in their PPS value is by catalysts. So when you're waiting on, any kind of news, I mean, if you're like an investor and you plan to hold this for years, okay, whatever. If that's what you like to do, whatever. But I'm here to make money. I mean, that's the way I see it. And you have to be prepared that even if they do release good news, it probably will still drop because of profit taken. And when the bears see all that happen, they come in for their opportunity as well to beat that thing back down. So don't get caught up and get married to this fantasy world of FDA approval of anything and it shooting up to whatever anybody wants it to be. Be ready to take profits. I mean, that's just really the simplest way to put it. There's nothing wrong with, even if you took 20% profit, like, and you missed everything else, that's still better than letting it run up 150, 200% or whatever percentage, and it dropping down so much and you're still holding on hope, and you're now taking 80% losses of real money. And people do that every day, all day long. That should be avoided. So don't be one of those people. Don't get married to a stock, because at the end of the day, the stock market does not care about you. The stock market is created to sweep your money up. And if you're so caught up on just waiting for a certain piece of news to be released, even though this catalyst made it pop, literally APOP is a great example. I was waiting on one catalyst. That was my approach to this. Well, it popped up on, honestly, something stupid. I can't even really remember why it popped. It doesn't matter to me. I made my money. It almost hit my target price. Now, I was out before its actual high of $8.80, but for whatever reason, there are still people here. There are still members, my members, who are holding on to APOP when they had 3 chances to get out above $8. I mean, literally our averages were between $2 and under $4. And it ran up to $8.80 as a high. There's no sense to let those profits go and still holding on to it. And now the price is $2.59 pre-market today. Just because they're waiting on a specific piece of FDA news or whatever catalyst it might be. When opportunity is there, take opportunity. It doesn't matter about what the news is. Take the freaking opportunity. So that's all I have to say about that.
Good. Hey, welcome back. I think nice to get back into the StockCast swing of things. And it's a slow morning, so be careful you're trading today and be safe.
Absolutely. Again, everyone, thank you for tuning back in. We are now back to our normal schedule. And remember, small position sizes, keep the stress out of your trades, and let you scale in later. So trade safe, everyone. The market sucks. And don't be a statistic in the end. So appreciate y'all, and we will see y'all in the next one.